It's our class for Get Started. So since I see a lot of new names here, please let me know how long you've been with us and how you found us. And if you want, for anybody on the call here, let me know, what are your goals with us? Are you trying to get more listings? Are you trying to build your database? Are you trying to find more buyers? There's all kinds of kind of places where we are. So let's get the show on the road. If you have questions, there's the questions panel there. Go ahead and put in a question anytime you want. I'll take a break. So we're listings to leads. We've been doing this for 15 years. We're here to help agents grow their business. We do that with very powerful automated marketing. If you don't have listings, we do that with landing pages, with PDF guides. We have web pages that will showcase your listings. We have web pages that will showcase all of your reviews. And we just have a lot of tools that are available to you, will capture leads. And so some of you are from some of the big national brands, and you might have tools that sound like ours, but they typically are not, because our focus, again, is on capturing leads. So we put call to actions on our print tools, on our e-flyers, on our free social media ads, and on our paid ads. Everything that we're doing here is really to capture more leads. So if you're not a client, you can always go here and start a 14-day free trial. $60 a month, you can keep up to 10 listings in your account. You want to keep sold listings in your account for a couple weeks, or a couple months rather, because every time you market a sold listing, you get more listings, right? So let's look here. And one thing, when you log in, you're going to see these 1-minute tips, right? And actually go watch it on YouTube, and please subscribe to that, because today we're going to have a 1-hour discussion on how to use our platform, how to get started. There is a lot to listings to leads. Your head might be spinning by the end of this call. But those 1-minute videos are really coming from feedback from our clients, right? And also if we have new technology that we're pushing. So they're like 1-minute bites, and you can really have a pretty quick action plan. So sign up there. Now, what we do is we do listing marketing. We have PDF guides, like I mentioned. We have landing pages. We do free social media content, and we do ads. We have ad software from Facebook and Instagram. We make it incredibly easy. Okay, so definitely you want to take advantage of all that. To learn how to do that, you want to maybe jump on some of our free live classes, like this one that we're doing today, Get Started. So on lead gen webinars, let's see if I can send this to everybody. Send, let's see. Oh, this will go to the staff. If somebody could put in a question, I can send that link, this link to everybody. But lead gen webinars, I'm doing this class today, which is Get Started. On Thursday, I'll do a class for lenders. Next week, Scott's going to do a class on social media, like overall farm marketing. And then I'm doing top tools for more listings next Monday, and Facebook and Google ads on the following Thursday. If you want to join us for those live classes, thanks, Janita. I will send this to you. This is the link to sign up for those live classes, and this will go to everybody. It should be blinking in your GoToMeeting chat panel now. Now, every class that we do, we record, and all those recordings go right here on this page, right? Listings to leads on YouTube. And so I'm going to send this to everybody as well. And this is I actually think you need to hold on to this page, because we've got a lot of clients who have been with us for years, and their business grows, it doubles. Some clients, it triples. Some clients, they stop being an agent and start their own office. And the reason they can do that is they start leveraging our tools, and they start capturing buyer and seller leads and building their networks. In order to do all that, you do have to learn how to use our system. And we do live training every week, so that should help. But if our schedule doesn't work with yours, every recording is right here. So you will see that I have a class called Facebook and Google, and I did Get Started. And here's Scott's Farm Mastery, and then top tools for more listings. I actually recommend every agent watches top tools for more listings, 2 or 3 versions of this call, because I don't say the exact same thing. Every time I do a Get Started call like here and the one we're doing today, I don't say exactly the same things because new things are happening. We're developing new stuff. I get feedback. Scott gets feedback from our clients all the time. And if something is relevant and happening right now, we're going to share it. Get involved with that. Also, the shorts that I mentioned that were on the login page, they're right here. You should really subscribe to these. You should scan these. We send them out, I think, once or twice a day. They're very helpful and they're 1 minute long, not a huge time sink. And then our other resource is our mastermind group. Now, you can ask the support team to get you in the mastermind group. It's a private group for our clients, and it's where Scott and I talk about what's happening, what we're pushing from a technology standpoint. It's also going to talk about what clients are going to ask questions. They're going to say, "Hey, I did this. I'm trying it this way. What do you think? What are you doing?" People are asking questions. This guy Brian here, he has an office account, and he says, "Is anyone utilizing to celebrate agent closings?" Right. Now, we actually just added some stuff to celebrate agent um, birthdays for our office clients. It's actually great when people come in the mastermind group and ask us, "Hey, is this something that you have?" And if we don't, oftentimes we add it. We've been doing this, like I said, for 15 years, and a lot of the tools that we have come from feedback from our clients, right? Because if it makes sense and we can scale it to help multiple agents, we will. So right when we started the call, I asked everybody to download these two flyers. And I'm going to repeat it right now. In the GoToMeeting kind of navigation bar is a tab that says more with 3 dots on it. If you click that, there's a tab in there called materials. You want to download and print both of these because these are really going to help you. Facebook and Google ads going to help you get buyer and seller leads, right? Top tools for more listings. If you want more listings in your business, you should probably use our top tools. Now, I actually have a class dedicated to both of these flyers. So I'm not going to go in heavy detail, but I am going to list a couple things here, specifically on this one. The Nearby Homeowner Letter is our top tool for getting high quality listing leads. If you run ads on Facebook on pending, under contract, and sold, you're going to get listing leads. We have property valuation pages. You can create multiple pages like this for all of your home farm markets, and then you can run ads on Facebook and Google. We have 80 PDF guides, 40 for buyers and 40 for sellers, and you can run ads on Facebook and Google with that. You also get e-flyers with that and print tools and QR codes. So there's lots of ways to market those PDF guides. And just sold postcards, just some stuff here. E-flyers for your later stage. We actually have a lot of e-flyers, and you should be using e-flyers. And the last thing here is a custom audience for Facebook. And that's a little more in the weeds, but that's important. Now, over here on this Facebook and Google thing, this just lists out the kinds of ads you can run on Facebook. And also it says on Google, we really recommend using Google when you're trying to get high quality listing leads. Okay. You don't have to start with Google because there's so many ways to capture leads with our core platform. But if you are an agent who has a good revenue stream, it's stable, you probably already know you need to be on Google. We make it incredibly easy, but I will say that Google leads are often double or triple the price of Facebook leads. So you can create a lot of business with everything that we have, including Facebook, and never use Google. Most of our clients have. They don't even use Google. But if you really want to be competitive on the number one website, use our software. So I think I want to share with you a couple of things. If your head isn't spinning already, hold on. There's a lot in the system, but I want to point out the things that we're doing to make it simpler for you, right? And the places where you can concentrate. Whenever you log in, you're going to come to this page here, the dashboard. And I think you want to make a decision. Do you want buyer leads or do you want seller leads? If you want buyer leads, click that button. If you want seller leads, click this one. And every tool, every asset, every listing that can help you get seller leads is going to be on this page. That means that your later stage homes are going to be on this page. That means that the PDF guides that help you get listings are going to be on this page. And also, well, we're missing it. Where are my landing pages? Give me a second, guys. PDF guides, short form video scripts, stats. Let's go over here and customize this. Seller landing pages. Yeah. And we want seller landing pages. Yeah, PDF guides here. So you can customize your dashboard the way you want it. So now that I've customized this, this is what we're going to have. You'll notice that we put ads at the top, and that's because ads are really important. Are you sharing my screen? I better be sharing my screen. Oh, Lord of mercy. Sorry, Janita. Lord, I'm sorry. I thought it was sharing my screen. Yeah, I'm not sharing my screen, but I'm about to right now. So we lost some time there. I will remind you if you haven't downloaded those two files, that's what we went over, the two things that were added. Here is the dashboard. Okay. And I have clicked on generate seller lead so we can look at this. And so to think of how you get seller leads, you want to market later listings, anything that's pending, under contract, or sold. You want to use our seller landing pages. We have multiple landing pages already created for you, and you can create unlimited landing pages, right? So you might need more. You might need instant home value pages for each of your farm markets. So you can do that, and then they'd be here ready for you to market. And then there are a bunch of PDF guides. I mentioned that we have PDF guides. There are 80 for you. You're branded on every page, your logo, your headshot, your contact info, and your colors, right? Your branding colors. We also have this email area where you can blast email your leads that are in the system. So all these things on this page are here to help you get seller leads. If you need buyer leads, again, click on buyer leads and you can go through that same sort of thing, right? Now, that's to make it easy, right, to get to this area. What I do also want to point out is this area. So if you have, this is the marketing calendar at the top left of our navigation bar. And if you have downtime, right? And I know all agents are busy all the time, but there are times where you're sitting there. And this is a really, I think, helpful place for you because, yes, there's one action every day. And honestly, if you took one action every day, your business would benefit. But in this case, it's Monday and it says listing marketing. And here you can download a checklist which shows you all the things you can do. You can click here to see the step-by-step view of more details to this checklist. And then here's where you actually do the work, where you market, right? And so here we're on listing marketing, and let's just focus here for a moment just to get an idea of what we actually do. At the top is Facebook and Instagram ads, right? So you just click here and we write the ad. All the buttons that you needed to check are right here, and you just click create ad. There are more things that you can do with this, right? Meaning you can run ads, you can run ads in different states and different cities. You could put a video, you could do a different template, but that's for the Facebook and Instagram class, or Facebook and Google ad class. We also do free social media auto posting. So when you sign up, we ask you to connect to your socials, and we do that. The nearby homeowner letter, which I mentioned earlier, but I don't think I was showing you, it's right here. And you definitely want to watch the top tools from our listings class and watch and learn how to use this. We got postcards and door hangers. They're branded to you. And even the front has call to actions and the back has call to actions. And that's a difference from listings to leads. And I think all the other companies out there, including the ones that you work for, they usually have your branding sorted out. They never have your lead capture sorted out. So that you want to use more of our tools to capture more leads. Even our e-flyers. This is an e-flyer for your database. You can copy it and blast it out on your own CRM. That link, that photograph, down below, affects your home. That graphic and this link are all call to actions to capture leads for you. So you want to copy it here, take it to your email, and blast your leads once a week with one of our tools because we got call to actions built in. Now, we also create single property websites, luxury lead gen versions. Same is true for virtual tours, luxury lead gen versions. They're mobile optimized. We have a powerful open house marketing toolkit. I'm friends with, I don't know, hundreds or thousands of agents around the country. And every once in a while I see this question, like people ask, should I have an open house? I don't know if it's a good thing to do. Should I do that? And people will say yes and no. And I would say no if you were just going to put it in the MLS and wait for agents to bring people to you. That might not be a great use of your time. But if you put the open house in our system and you advertise it for 5 or 7 days, you can wind up with 50 or we've had clients that get 80 leads in one open house in 1 week. And some of those are buyers and some of those are sellers. So if you're trying to grow your business, an open house is super powerful if you know how to market right. Now we have listing flyers, we have sign writers with text and QR codes, and these are the designs. You can take them to your own printer. We even have a tool for Craigslist. We have a QR code for every property. We create a virtual tour and we put it on YouTube for you, right? That's just listing marketing. Now, we also have ad software, we have PDF guides, and we have social content, landing pages, client reviews, a lot there. So before we dive into all that, let's talk about just setup. How do you get set up? Make sure all the automation is turned on. When you sign up, if you haven't signed up yet, you go to a page. Let's see it asks you what's your name and what's your email address, and you type that in. You click next, and what package do you want? Do you want the basic package? Yes. What's your credit card? And then you get a 2-week free trial, and after that, you get dropped on a wizard, and that wizard, so weird. Normally I can see it, but I can't see it. That's really lame. Let me log out of this one and see if I can pull it, because I think it's helpful to know. See, the thing is, a lot of people are, one, their agents get easily distracted. Two, they don't know exactly what's happening. So going through the setup wizard will help turn on a lot of automation and also help you create ads. And the thing about it, yeah, it looks like this, right? So once you sign up, you're going to be right here, right? And you put your name there. If there's not a red star, it doesn't actually need it. So I'm going to click skip. And you put your logo here, you put your company name. We have some themes for colors, right? So if you're from a big agency, they're there. Otherwise, you can choose your own custom colors. And you click skip or next. You would click next. We've already done this, so I'm not trying to save it. And here's where you connect your social media for auto posting. And we auto post your listings to your social media. And we also auto post your landing pages, like what is your home worth, a new construction, and down payment assistance. So here, that's where you connect them all. I do want to point out, when you click here on Facebook, it's going to take you to Facebook and it's going to show your name. It's going to say, hey, continue as you, whatever your name is, and you click yes. And the second page will show you your business pages, and you check those and go through the process and you come back. If you have your own YouTube channel, which if you use Gmail, you do, you might want to connect that, because we create a virtual tour and we'll put it on your YouTube channel for you. So we'll go to the next one. The next page says connect social media for paid ads. And that, again, you're going to connect to Facebook, and you can then, that's going to say what account do you want, and you can run ads on your business page, right? For Facebook, for real estate. Then it says social media content, and we do free automated content. And this is really useful. There's a lot of topics in here. Somewhere currently at the bottom are PDF guides. Make sure you turn on the PDF guides, bare minimum. We'll go look at those in a minute. We have them in English and in Spanish. When we post them to your socials, we put a landing page in front of them. So if people want to download it for free, they can, as long as they give you their contact information. Now, one cool thing about this is it's helping our clients grow their Instagram networks, because people like the photographs, right? It's helping people grow their Facebook networks. It's also helping Google My Business go to page 1 in your local searches for real estate. Okay, so if you have Google My Business, make sure and connect that. And then this automated content is going to bring up the SEO of that page. So that's just worth noting. That's definitely a good area to have. Then here, we add your listing. So if you have actual active listings and you put in the MLS email that's in your email in your MLS, we'll sweep them in. If you don't have your own listings, or maybe you have something that you need to add manually, you can do that here. You can also borrow listings. So sometimes agents don't have their own listings, and they can use the grab listing button to borrow a listing from their office, right? Or a colleague or a friend. And then once it's in there, we create a bunch of tools and you can run ads on it. And then here you connect your CRM, and then I think, and then you can import your reviews from Zillow, from Testimonial Tree. Inside the account, you can also add reviews from other platforms like Facebook and stuff like that. But this gets the whole platform, the whole system just totally set up. Okay. And once you've done that, now we've got everything ready for you. And now you're able to run ads. And we looked at the marketing. Let's go over and look at the PDF guides. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Are there any questions about what I've been talking about? I'm going to have a sip of coffee real quickly here, and then we can carry on. So remember, we just went through the wizard. So your logo and your colors are going to be here, and they're going to flow through all these. And you've got 80 PDF guides, 40 for buyers, 40 for sellers. Let's click on sellers and focus there. You can actually market these in multiple ways, right? If you click on marketing tools, we'll take you to the page where we do all the marketing. You can run an ad on Facebook, okay? You can run an ad on Google. The leads on Google are more expensive. The leads on Facebook are less expensive than Google. You can share them one by one on your social media accounts, but remember on the wizard, I showed you that you can have us do it automatically throughout the year for you. There's a short form video script. If you're comfortable making videos and you want to talk about that and say, hey, go download it from my profile, you can do that. If you have more than 200 leads in a CRM somewhere, you should get comfortable with clicking this button, which is copy the code, and take this e-flyer for your database and blast it on those leads once a week, right? That link and that graphic are going to take them to a page where they can download that report for free as long as they give you their name and email. Now, there's a database call script. There are print flyers, QR codes, door hangers, all of that, right? So that's how you would market just one PDF guide. So you don't need to do everything that I'm showing you. But what you do need to understand is there are a lot of tools here for you to market. And you might want to focus on a couple of strategies or a few tools that you want to consistently use. The thing I'd like you all to think of before you get too buried is your farm market. And yes, Lori, this is being recorded, and I'll send you a link of where this is going to be. Think of your business in a sense in terms of one farm market, meaning you probably have 4 or 5 or maybe 10 different areas where you're trying to build your business. So with listings to leads, we have a lot of tools. We have print tools, we have e-flyer tools. By the way, I'm sending our YouTube link to everybody again. And Lori, this is where this call will be later on. We have print tools, you have e-flyer tools, and we have ad software tools. Okay. So you want to be thinking in that way. And this is what I recommend. I recommend that if you have more than 200 leads in a CRM, that you are emailing them once a week with one of our tools. And you'll see right here, here's an e-flyer for your database. So once a week, any tool you want, you do that. You mail something once or twice a month, and you'll be seeing the mailing tools as we're doing this call, into that same farm market. And then you run ads into that same farm market. So if you think of yourself as a business, which you are, and you need advertising and marketing to grow your business, which you do, you don't want to do that by just printing business cards and waiting for the phone to ring. You want to get in front of that market, and we're giving you the way to do that with call to actions, with lead capture on social media, via e-flyers, with free tools and with paid tools and with print. It's pretty thorough, right? So we're looking just at the PDF guides, 40 for buyers, 40 for sellers. Let's go look at the landing pages. And I want to point out that when you come here, oh, that's the media library. That's great, but I don't think that belongs there. Anyway, you want to focus on the tools that are automatically created for you, I think. But anyway, and that's this area here, right? The PDF guides are all written for you. Your logo's there, right? I want to point out that this free home value page it's integrated with many of your tools. So as you see your system, as you're using our tools and you got electronic tools out there, you're often going to see that we have there'll be like this call to action that says, what is your home worth? And it might be on a flyer, it might be on a virtual tour, it might be on your client review website. We're always offering people to get their home review, right? Their home value. And that's great because we're trying to help you capture more leads. But you see this cool picture that I'm looking at? Scott found this somewhere and he really likes it. But that's not what your landing page looks like when you log in the first time. It looks like this. Now, I don't know where you all are, but if your neighborhoods and your farm markets don't look like this, take a moment to upload the photo right here and have something that looks like your market, and it'll replace this photograph and it will be in your account, right? And then it'll just be automatically used throughout. Now, I want to go back to this landing page because if you click create landing page, you will notice that you can create Property Valuation Plus is our instant home value page. So you can click that. We have a landing page for iBuyers. We have a landing page for FSBOs, expireds, avoid foreclosure. You can do your own custom landing page for buyers, for sellers. If you got a report, you want to give it away. We got it. Empty nesters, growing families, all these landing pages. All you have to do is choose the one you want and type in the name of your favorite town and click create landing page, and bang, it's created, right? It'll drop you right on a generic version, and you should definitely put in a photograph on the left that looks like whatever town it is that you want, right? Notice we got your reviews in here because that was part of the setup. So landing pages are here, and just like everything, just like the PDF guides, you have multiple ways of getting it out there. You can run ads on Facebook. You could run ads. You should be able to run ads on Google. It's not here. You could run ads on, you could just share it for free on social media, and you get a QR code and you get an embed code, right? You could embed that on your website if you want to do that. So we've got landing pages. Also, I mentioned client reviews. I do want to point this out because this is a really popular tool. And we, in that setup wizard, I mentioned that, hey, sweep in your reviews. We put all those reviews on this page. It won't have that video there. That's just our account. But your reviews are here. Our marketing plan is here, which is your marketing plan. And if people want to get started or view it, they just got to give you their contact info. You can snap in a video. Maybe you got a testimonial. The PDF guides that I mentioned, they're all embedded here. So if somebody wants to download it, they just have to get contact information. And the rest of your listings are here. And if somebody wants to find out more about that listing, they could click on it. And we've created a single property website ready and waiting for them. And they can scroll through and look at all that. And at some point, well, there are multiple call to actions, but at some point, this page is going to pop up. And if they click continue with Facebook, we're going to grab their name and email and send it to you, right? So the client review website just has a lot of lead gen in it, right? And I think if we go to the bottom, you'll see what is your home worth. And that's why I was saying, hey, on the landing page, make sure that looks like your area, that you like that, right? So that's the client review website. You can set that up. And then what I really recommend that you do is that you share that and tag your clients on social media with that, because that's going to help you get more referrals. Okay. So we talked about client reviews, landing pages, PDF guides. We did talk about social content in the area where you're setting up. And social content is really, it's a set get kind of area, right? And so what I do want to point out here, though, is I'm just going to show you the setup process here. You connect to your socials. You tell us how many days a week you want us to post. And I'm just going to cut this down a few days and click here. Yes. And then you choose the topics. Now, remember, you do this on the setup wizard. So this should all be done, but we're here. I want to show it to you so you see what it is. The PDF guides that I mentioned, we're auto posting them throughout the year, right? You just want American holidays unless you're international. You probably want to pick 4 or 5 of these home design topics, maybe one quote, maybe one outdoor living, maybe a couple of these. And we're going to do this throughout the year for you automatically so that you don't have to burn a lot of time keeping your socials fresh. We're actually doing that for you. Okay. So once you have all that, the big kahuna around here is ads and our ad software, right? We have ad software from Facebook and Instagram and Google built in. And to run ads on those platforms, it doesn't get any easier than it does with this platform. And if you use our default settings, You're getting leads with name, email, and phone number. So I'm going to take a sip of coffee, and I want you to think about that last statement. So I don't know what you're all here for, right? Maybe you have a listing and you've heard of us for years and you think you got to use us. Maybe a colleague told you, oh, these guys are great. Maybe your lender told you that we're awesome. But I don't know what you're trying to do. So if you're trying to market a listing, because there are a lot of people that say, oh, I've heard of you for years and now I have a listing and I want to use you. Go to the listings page and use some of those tools and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. But if you're somebody that wants to grow their business, you're going to need more people to talk to, right? You know that. You need more buyers and you need more sellers. And you don't want just addresses, physical addresses, right? You want contact information. You don't even want just an email address and a name. That's good, but that's not great. If you want people with name, email, and phone number, you need to be concentrating on using our Facebook ad software. Now, remember when we went through the PDF guides and we went through the listing tools and we went through the landing page tools and the client reviews? There's all kinds of lead capture there with name and email. Get a lot of name and email. So ask yourself, are you really good at converting leads into business with just a name and email? Or are you better at converting a lead into business with a name, email, and phone number? Because if it's the latter with phone numbers, the number one place to capture leads with name, email, and phone number is on our Facebook software. And you can create an ad on a listing, on a landing page, and on a PDF guide. You can do custom. I don't recommend it. Let's just focus on the easiest way to get buyers right now. Is anybody here looking for buyers? Because the market's weird. There are places where people are just, the interest rates are where they are, it's slowed things down. So you leave it on lead ads. I recommend leaving your Facebook ads always on lead ads, no matter what you're doing. Why do I say that? Because you want name, email, and phone number, right? And here I click create a Facebook ad, and it's basically written the ad. All I need to do is click create ad. Boom. Now you should take my Facebook and Google ad class because I go into detail over here on all the things you can do to customize it, but I'll just tell you what you can do right here. You can change this template. You can replace this static image with a video. You can also replace it with a carousel ad, meaning people can click through the photos. You can do that all over here, right? You can also up here say, hey, I want to target people in Chicago, or I want to target people in another city, or whatever you want. And that's awesome. What you should know, what I do want you to know here is buyer leads on average cost $3 each on Facebook. So if you're running a $35 ad, you divide 35 by 3 and expect about 11 leads, okay? If you want, and that's the fastest way to get buyers. And I'm going to just say this. There are people that say, oh, I want to get buyers for this new development, new construction development down the road. And can I make a landing page and then run an ad on that? And yes, you can, but it's not the fastest way to get buyer leads. A faster way and more successful way is to go over to that development, take a couple photos, get some model pics of the model homes, create a listing and run an ad just like this. When you ask people, click here to sign up for a list of whatever, it does not work as well, especially if you're trying to get buyers. It doesn't work as well as here's a home for sale in that area that interests you. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Let's go back a page and let's create an ad. Let's talk about the easy. So that is number one, the easiest way to get buyer leads. Running ads on Facebook. You're going to get name, email, and phone number. Let's go over here and let's just talk about some ads that our clients are running, right? And so this is in our mastermind group. And remember I said that our clients come over here and ask questions and they share what's going on. There's a couple of posts in here from people who have been using our Facebook ads. So let's go look. Here's Brian. So Brian has a team account, right? He has a brokerage. He has an LPT office. And I think I set their office up 2 years ago. And so he uses our stuff pretty heavily. He uses it for recruiting. And he came in here a couple weeks ago. No, it was actually in the spring. And he said, hey, I'm using your sold ads on Facebook. And I got a listing, right? So I'm going to show you how to do that. But this video is Brian talking. He's in Conroe, Texas, right? And he's trying to teach his agents, hey, this is what you can do with Facebook. You can run ads on sold properties and get listings, right? But at the beginning half, what he's saying right now is that he's saying, we ran ads on this when it was for sale, and we generated 114 buyer leads with name, email, and phone number. Now, remember I said buyer leads cost about $3, right? So that's about $350 in ad spend to get 114 buyer leads. But he's happy because 4 of those leads bought a home in Texas. So it cost him $350 to find 4 people that wanted to buy a home, and they bought homes through his office, right? Now, after that, what he's saying is we flipped it to sold and we run another ad. And that ad cost $50. And those leads were costing $4, which is actually lower than the average. The average is $7 for seller leads on a sold ad like this. And he texts his leads. This is one thing. He texts his leads first. I know most people like to call the lead and they don't want to talk to you, but he knows that because he's been doing this for years. So he has a software and he texts them. And that the text goes back and forth. They're texting all morning. And then the man finally says, hey, I want a phone call at 4 o'clock today. So they talk. And in that phone call, they booked an appointment. He wants to sell a home for 400 grand and buy another for 450. So the moral of the story is he ran a $50 ad, converted one $4 lead, and gets 850 in volume from Facebook ads, right? Now this lady over here, she's been more recent, like back in it's Angie. I gotta remember all the names. So Angie is an agent in Arizona, and she's saying, hey, I got a listing I ran an ad on a sold property. This woman saw it, and my listing was in her neighborhood, and now I'm listing her home. So that's what a Facebook ad can do. So what I showed you is how to run an ad to get buyers, and I can 100% say if you need buyer leads with name, email, and phone number, you need to be running ads just like I just did. But if you need seller leads, a good way is to run an ad on a home that's pending, under contract, or sold. Let's do this one here that's pending. Leave it on lead ad so we get the name, email, and phone number. And when I'm saying it gets the name, email, and phone number, when people see the ad and they click on it, their name, email, and phone number pops up. It's automatically pulled from their Facebook profiles. And you may not know this, but if you ever get locked out of your account, which actually happens a fair amount because they want to verify it's you, we're going to send you a text. If you got the wrong phone number, you're not getting in your account. So people keep that accurate, right? So boom, you create an ad. So when I showed you that Brian Matheson created an ad and got a listing or got 850 in volume, he did not do anything other than click that button. He didn't customize anything, okay? Same is true for Angie. We write everything. We click all the boxes in the background. We're automatically pulling the city where the home is, and there's a 15-mile radius. You could expand it if you want. You could expand your budget if you want. But this works for our clients, and if you want listing leads, this is the fastest way to get listing leads with name, email, and phone number. It's also the cheapest way, okay? Now, let's go back and let's talk about some other kinds of ads you can run. You can, if you don't have a listing and you can't borrow a listing and you haven't sold anything in the past couple months, you can run an ad on a landing page. Free home values, down payer assistance, new construction. You can customize all your landing pages too, right? I've got one here for Memphis, Tennessee. It's an instant home value. You can create, like I said earlier, you can create all the landing pages on your landing page section and then run an ad right here, right? And you would just type in Memphis so that your Memphis page, and that's like downtown, right? Memphis, boom, create ad. That's how it works. It's really easy. And you're getting leads with name, email, and phone number. Now, remember, we did look at it earlier, but just since we're here, you can create ads for all those PDF guides. I do want to say, you remember how I said the cost of a lead for a buyer lead is $3 and a cost for a sold ad lead is $7. Landing pages, especially for what is your home worth, can cost anywhere from $12 to $20 each. So they're expensive. The PDF guides are often $10 to $12 each. So if you wanted to focus on sellers and maybe do 12 mistakes to avoid here, and you click create an ad, this is going to write the ad. It's going to do everything. It's going to put a picture there. All you need to do is type in the name of your town, right? And boom, create ad. It's really easy. And yeah, you're going to get leads with name, email, and phone number. In this case, it's seller leads, and probably the cost is going to be about $10 each. So if you got a $50 budget, you can expect 5 leads. Okay. So that's what you can do with Facebook. Right. Now, I do want to point out a couple of things. If we are on our ads page, you'll notice that we have the ability to run ads on Google. And I don't want you to ignore that, right? It is expensive. I'll tell you that. If you run a landing page ad on Google for any town, not any city, actually, it's different for every city. This is the #1 website in the country. 86% of all questions on the internet are asked on Google. So to compete here is going to cost you some money. Now, I have an Atlanta home value homepage, so I would just type in Atlanta. And let me ask, has anybody here run an ad on Google? If you got a yes or no, let me know, please. Because I'll tell you, if you did, it's so much more difficult than this. And just to give you an idea of how difficult it is, I'm going to click on advanced options, which you don't need to do. All those keywords, all those headlines, and all those descriptions, you have to write yourself if you do it on Google. If you use our software, you don't. You choose the tool that you want, and you type in the city that you want to target, and you click create ad. I do want to point out, I definitely recommend this for listing agents, for agents that want more listings. They already know that this should be part of their business. But these leads are expensive. In Dallas, Texas, an ad like this, those leads will cost you $30 each. In Western Pennsylvania, 22, in Utah, 17. And the price is different all over the country based on competition and other things that I really don't know. But I do know that the cost is different everywhere. Okay. So Google is great, #1 website in the country. Facebook is #3 website in the country. #2 is YouTube, but really capturing leads on YouTube it's not that easy. But we do auto post to YouTube, so we got you covered there. So that's it. Oh, one more thing. We're working right now. Scott and I are working right now on follow-ups and leads. And I definitely recommend a follow-up is a drip campaign. Okay. And if you have a CRM, you know that in the wizard you can connect your CRM. But you got to ask yourself, seriously, is your CRM, are your drip campaigns helping you close business? Because ideally you're getting leads from somewhere, right? I don't know, Zillow, your website, us. If you're driving those leads into your CRM, are your drip campaigns creating appointments for you? If they're not, turn ours on just by clicking these 2 buttons. If you're running ads in Spanish, turn our ads on in Spanish. Turn our drip campaigns on here. Now, if you're one of those agents that can't sleep at night, you're welcome to click in here and read everything. But I can tell you, we have a higher open rate than a lot of the top CRMs. And we know from experience, from feedback from our clients, that it's closing appointments. And that's really the point of a drip campaign, not just saying I have a drip campaign, but that you're actually getting some business out of it. That's part of the system. Like that, you just turn it on. There's no added cost. But you will notice that these 2 pages start to combine, right? Combine. And they're going to be called pipeline. And we're going to have, hopefully in January, we're going to have what's called a power calling system. So we rank our leads based on those drip campaigns. So if you want to use our power calling to convert them into business, convert your leads into business, you want to make sure you've turned on those drip campaigns, because that's going to tell us and you which are the leads that are most likely to convert. There's also something new here, and I definitely recommend it, but I only recommend it if you are an agent who is focused on capturing a volume of leads. You don't have to start with this right now. It's an add-on of, I think, $99 a month. It's AI text voice. It's AI text follow-up. So this is real AI software that we've been teaching for 4 months on how to convert buyer leads and seller leads. Now, you remember that I was saying that Brian over there at LPT in Texas, his software actually does that texting for him. So he doesn't need this. And you can text your leads by hand. No problem. But if you're using our system and capturing 50 leads a week, which is very simple to do, very easy to do, you're going to have a lot of texting going on. But if you start getting 50 leads a week and you go through that texting, then come and think about this, because this will text of, I think, unlimited number of leads, but you do have to sign up for that package. And what happens is it's asking questions. It's very conversational. Even if the people go off script and start talking about weather, this software can adapt, and it will get it to the point that they want to have a phone call. And at that point, the system emails you that whole dialogue, so you know what they were talking about, and then you can make the appointment. Again, I definitely recommend it, but only if you're concentrating on generating a lot of leads. If you're not, it may not be really that worth it. $100 a month, if it's closing even one listing or one deal a month, it's obviously worth it. So that's the nature. If you like to hear things from other agents, the success stories here, you can read through what the other agents are saying of what's helping them grow their business. Maybe that will be inspirational for you. If you talk to a lot of realtors and they're looking for something, on Refer and Earn, you can add a PayPal account and we can send you 15% a month of whoever is paying for this. And yeah, that's the end of my story. Don't forget, we've got a great support team. And I said this earlier, I've sent it to you twice. I think this is our best resource to help you learn how to use Listings Leads, our YouTube channel. And if you go to the homepage, you will see that we have some kind of breakouts here. Our shorts are here. There's a Did You Know section, which really gives you just, again, kind of bite-sized information on things that you can do with the platform. Scott's Real Estate Mastery story is here. The webinars that I do are here. And then if you like to hear what other agents are saying, maybe, again, that'll give you some ideas. Our reviews are here. So I don't see any more questions. If you have any, please let me know. Otherwise, enjoy the holidays. And I will say this, one thing about advertising and leads specifically on Facebook, and this is actually true for Google too, but the cost of a lead, it's set on Facebook and Google on an auction basis, right? So if you live in Elko, Nevada, and there's 500 people there, your cost of lead is going to be low. If you live in Manhattan and there's 12 million people there, your cost of the same exact ad is going to be higher, right? And I say this to you because a couple weeks ago we had my favorite holiday, which is Thanksgiving. Right after Thanksgiving, half of your competitors take a nap until about February or March. I actually talked to a realtor who said, oh yeah, I just shut down. I'm going down south to hang out in the sun. Just turns everything off. What does that mean to you? That means that your competition is gone and your cost per lead actually drops on Facebook and on Google. And we have seen in some years that the cost of leads drop by 50%, and I've even seen a year where it dropped by 90%. I don't know what it'll be like this year, but I do recommend, if you are trying to build up that database and you want to save some money, that you run your ads through our system over the holidays. Your target market's at home, they're not working full throttle, and your competitors are gone. Okay, so everybody, thanks so much. I don't see any more questions. Enjoy the holidays. I might have a class on Thursday, but I might be out on the snow, so we'll figure that out later. Take care, everybody. Thanks for the questions. If you have questions, you need a team account, or if you just have questions in general, you can find me. I'm Vince at Listings to Leads. My contact information is somewhere on the page. I think it's on the office page. I think if you schedule a demo as an office or a lender, my contact information is there. But Vince at Listings to Leads. If you have questions, let me know. If you're watching this as in a recording and you need the flyers that I've been asking everybody to download, definitely email me and I'll send them to you. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Enjoy the holidays.